Yo, we as men need to start holding ourselves to the same standards that these women be holding themselves to. And let me tell you why. A woman who is famous or a millionaire, never in her life would you see her messing with somebody who is also not a millionaire or also isn't a famous actor or a famous celebrity or a famous athlete. Now, as for men, I could guarantee a girl with 100 followers on the gram, living in a one-bedroom apartment, mattress on the floor, as long as she look good enough, she can slide into your favorite rapper, favorite athlete, favorite celebrity's DMs and get a response out of him. I guarantee it, as long as she look good enough. And this is the reason that women like that think that they deserve men like that. You know what I'm saying? And same with that video I made a couple days ago about unfollowing IG models, bro. It's our faults. You know what I'm saying? The men who are viewed as high value are looking at these women who really don't have no value other than their looks, and they're getting their head gassed up and thinking that they could just bag men like that. When on the flip side, a woman who is in that same position would never be dealing with a man like that, would never be dealing with a man who just got looks and don't got no money or nothing going for themselves. And this is no attack at women, because at the end of the day, like I said, we're the ones who made it like this. This is our fault, you know what I'm saying? We're the ones who have to take accountability for these things happening. But moving forward, we can't continue to let things like that happen. If we having kids, we can't continue to let things like that happen. If we having sons, we need to teach them to have self-respect and to value themselves. Because at the end of the day, even if you're seen as a high-value man monetarily or materialistically, the fact that you messing with a woman who is that much lower than you shows that you're not high value mentally. You know what I'm saying? Up here, you're not high value. You're not moving as high value. You just got money. And this also isn't to say that just because a woman doesn't have as much money for you doesn't mean she could be a good woman. I'm saying that if a woman only has looks or body to offer, bruh, not a good woman. You know what I'm saying? Not high value. At least have a personality or something, smarts, brains, you know what I'm saying? Have something going for you. You got to stop messing with women like that.
I date and I approach with intention. I'm very serious about who I give my time to, who I give my energy to, who I'm looking at. Like, bro, super selective. And any man that has any sense of self-worth is going to be the same thing. If you're thirst following or just following a bunch of random people that you know damn well, like no. I'm very selective in who I give time, energy, attention. Even like me popping up in your orbit, very selective. I'm getting old. I have intentions. I'm moving with intentions. I know exactly what I want. I know exactly what I want out of life. I know exactly what I have to offer. And I've come with a table. It's already built. I built it from nothing. So in order for you to have a seat here, I'm very selective with that. I'm not thirsty. I'm not out here chasing. I'm not out here. I'm not in clubs. I'm not, no. Very selective. I know exactly the energy that I need in my life. I know exactly I can feel it. And you're there, and you know it. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Other than that, no, bro, I'm not thirsty, bro.
One thing I notice about a lot of guys just kind of accept anything, right? Most men, especially a lot of young men, they don't really have standards. And what I mean by standards, when a girl comes, especially if she's pretty, you kind of just accept anything. You don't set any boundaries. You don't set any rules. You don't have any standards. And this is something that men need to start doing again. We need to start giving things structure, right? Women are nurturing and caring and loving. And I think that's something innate for them. But as a man, you're supposed to take responsibility. Obviously, you're supposed to provide and protect, but that's not something we're talking about right now. We're talking about having structure, having morals, not just accepting anything. You know, a lot of women may not like it, but if you don't like a girl that's dressing half naked, if you don't like a girl that's, if she discloses her body count, you don't like that, you have standards, and that's okay. But the problem is a lot of guys just accept anything at front, right? And then you accept the rhetoric that, oh, you should accept me how I am. No. As men, we can have standards too, and you should have standards.
Things men should do before they start dating. Build yourself up. You have no options because you're just like every other guy. What do I mean by building yourself up? Make sure you're taking care of your health and your physical appearance. You should be going to the gym, eating healthy. Do you know that only 10% of men have visible abs? That means out of every 100 men, only 10 of those men have visible abs. And scientifically proven, women are more attracted to men that are in good physical shape. So you should be going to the gym, eating healthy, doing the things that make you more attractive as a man. You should make sure you're focusing on your purpose, making sure that your money right. Obviously, money is not everything, but it is a tool and a resource that you need in order to be able to do things with women, like go out to eat, like make sure you can provide a safety net, not just for her, but for yourself. Learn to be okay by yourself. You never want to be a needy type of person. You should get to the point where you don't care whether or not a woman replies to a text message, whether or not she wants to go to an outing with you, because you're confident enough to do things on your own. And it should be an option for you to, say, hey, would you like to join me? If they say no, who cares? You have to get to the point where you do not care whether someone is going to be with you or not. That's a part of self-confidence.
Let me explain this situation from a woman's perspective, because women quite literally on the internet don't care when it's explained from a man's perspective. If you are a single woman and you got your life together and you don't have children, you're looking through an array of men, okay? And you're basing their values for what you want from them. Does the value go up or down if they have multiple children from multiple women? Or does it stay the same? It doesn't matter to you at all. Oh, it just doesn't. It just doesn't matter to you? All right, now say you give the guy a chance, right, who has kids. And y'all get to dating, and on a date one day, you say, I want kids of my own one day. And he goes, whoa, wait, whoa. Ugh, yuck. I don't want no woman who want kids. Aren't you gonna be a little perplexed? Aren't you gonna be like, how? You have kids. That's how it sounds to me. Right? Like, you can call it the male failing, but here's what you're failing to understand. If he's such a good guy with high standards, why is he even looking at a woman with kids that way? Simple. He's reaching down. How most men do. Most women reach up. Most men reach down. I know y'all think in your delusional bubble that you was just the best woman that every man you've ever dated has had. More often than not, though, men settle for the woman, not the other way around, because women are raised to reach up all the time. So why would a good guy be talking to a single mother? Well, in today's society, he'd be looked at weird if he said, I don't date women with kids. Yuck. Y'all would have something to say about that. There's a lot of women with children who will not date a man with children, furthering my point that women reach up. There's women on this app right now that will say with their whole chest, yeah, I got kids and I'm dating and I don't want no man with no kids. Okay, just continue to reach up even though you have children. That makes sense. The reason that a man who's such a good catch would talk to a single mom is because men generally reach down. Men don't have to depend on women to survive most of the time. And there are, unfortunately, a lot of women who have been taught to reach for a man to survive with. That's why y'all always on here screaming, I want to provide. Because you feel like you can't survive without a man. Like, what the fuck? Like, bro, y'all be acting like y'all gonna die if y'all don't get a man who pay bills. The bills scare y'all like that? The bills be hitting y'all like that? I've been paying bills since I was 16. The bills hitting y'all like that? Y'all, I'm 13 years in the bill game. Bills ain't scary, they just need to be paid, dog. What's up? Go to work, clock in, the money gonna be in your account, pay it. I know you don't want to. Shit, I can't stand hitting pay. They send me that punk ass